Hey guys, in today's video I am going to be showing you all about this Mazda Infotainment System. Now this is a 2021 Mazda CX9, so it's a few years old, but the newer cars have basically the same system. However, there are a few subtle differences, and we'll go over that here momentarily. But with Mazda, you get this system right here with these buttons and this knob, and it works really well, but at first it might be intimidating, it might be a little aggravating, but it is really simple. After just a couple of hours you get really used to it, you won't even think about it. I like the setup because you've got your armrest right here, and your arm and hand will just rest here perfectly while you're driving, and you can just push all these buttons and turn the knob and make all the adjustments very easily as needed. Now, we've got a back button, we've got a music button, a home button, we've got a maps GPS button, a favorite button, we've got a knob which pushes down for power if you want to turn the entire thing off. And then it's also a volume button, and it's also a mute button. This right here, this is where all the action happens, okay? This is a joystick type of knob. It goes in every direction like that. It's a directional knob. It also spins, so it's a selector knob, and it's also a button to select things. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the screen on, as you can see, and this is the home screen that it lands on. We've got information, entertainment, communication, navigation, and settings. And as I turn this knob, it just goes through each one very easily, and there's a nice subtle click to it, so you can really tell where you are. This click really helps you know that it's turning, and then that's the next setting. Okay, now for the most part, entertainment is where we're all going to be using this. Now I will say that the screen in this car is not touchscreen. Mazda, for safety reasons, they don't want you to be touching the screen, which is why they have created this type of design with the buttons and the knob. Now, in some of the newer model Mazdas, the screen does act as a touch screen, but only when you are stopped and only when you're using something like Android Auto or CarPlay. Now, I'm not 100% on that. I do know it works with CarPlay when the car is stopped. So don't quote me on that for Android Auto, but I do know with CarPlay it does work, because I've also got a 2023 Mazda and it works on that car. But like I said, it's only when the vehicle is stopped, and it's only when you have Apple CarPlay going. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and push menu here. That's just pushing down on the joystick here. I'm going to go to source list. You've got FM, AM, Sirius XM, Pandora, Bluetooth, and then you've got some USB options here. I've got a little USB flash drive inserted in the center console right here, and that has a ton of my own personal MP3 music on it. So that's what that USB 1 audio is. USB 2, I don't have anything plugged into that, I guess. There are 2 USB ports in there, so I guess that would be if I plugged in a second USB device. Okay, so we're only going to really talk about FM and Sirius XM radio. So Sirius XM radio, it works really well, and you can mark all of your stations as favorites. So if I hit the favorite button right here, that's the start button, it's going to show me all of my favorites with FM radio and my satellite radio all on the same screen. And I can put these in any order that I want. I can put them by name or numerical. I can just move them any which way I want. But for today's video, I'm going to just leave them where they are. I do have my FM stations at the top, and then I've got my satellite XM radio stations here under the FM stations. And you just turn the knob and it just selects whatever you want. When you're on something you want, you just push the knob down and it'll take you right to that station. Now, you don't see any change, but it is playing. I just have it muted. But if I hit the music button right here, there you go. It shows you the album art cover. It shows you the artist, the song, the station, as well as the album name. Now, if I just simply turn the knob right here, now I can just go through here and pick any of my favorites that are within Sirius XM radio. So if I change it to classic vinyl and just push down and select it, it went straight to the actual screen that shows the album cover and all of the info for the music. So you can easily just turn this knob. It's so easy to do while you're driving. Just turn the knob, pick whatever you want, go right there, pick it. Okay, or maybe you don't want to hear that. Scroll, and it picks up right where you left off. So scroll, and maybe I'll go up here, Conan O'Brien, pick that. You can just keep turning this all day long. Now, if you want to get back to the other favorites, you have to hit that favorite button again, and then that will show you all of your favorites. So when you turn the knob, once you're already in, like XM radio, you're only going to see the favorites within that category of XM radio. So if you want to see your FM radio station, just hit the favorites again, and now you're back to everything. Now, if I go to the FM radio, okay, and now it's playing that station, I'm going to hit my music button once again. Now I'm on FM radio. Now, if I turn my knob here, I only get the FM radio favorites. So now you can just quickly scroll through there, no problem at all, and pick what you want. And it's easy as that. Now, if I hit favorites again, I'm back to everything. And if I go back to my satellite radio and hit my music button, now I'm back in here. And once again, I can just turn the knob. I can pick whatever I want. Go right there, and boom, we're right there in it again. I can turn the knob, I can pick something else. You don't always have to hit that music button is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so once you're in there, you can do whatever you want, and then if you press the down button, okay, this is where you get back to your source list. So maybe I wanted to switch over to my USB music. Maybe I wanted to go to my favorites or my channel list. So if you go to channel list, these are all of the satellite radio stations. And you can mark any of these as favorites just by pressing and holding the star button. That'll mark it as a favorite. And then you can go to your favorites list and you can edit the order of those. Okay, I'm going to hit the home button and just go through a couple of these real quick. You've got fuel efficiency monitor, Sirius XM traveling vehicle status monitor. These are just different settings for the car. Hit the home button here again. Okay, and we've already done entertainment. Communication, this is just where you hook up your phone via Bluetooth, and I do not have mine connected. Navigation, well, you have to have the actual SD card with the maps, so I do not have that in my car. Okay, and then under settings, this is where you're going to adjust all of the in-vehicle displays and the sound settings. This is where you change things like your display day-night mode and brightness and all that stuff. Now, if I want to go back, I can just hit the back button. That way I don't have to start back from the very beginning. So if I just hit back, it just takes me back one screen. Okay, and then like here's safety settings. Everything's in here. There's a ton of things in here. But the purpose of this video isn't to show you everything in here. It's to show you how this thing right here works, okay? Anytime I want, I can press home. Takes you right there. Anytime I want, I can press the music button. Takes me right back to my music station. If I hit the map button, it takes me to GPS. Now, I don't have that in here, but when I hook up my phone using Apple CarPlay, that works with my phone apps, whether it's Google Maps, Apple Maps, or Waze, whichever mapping program I'm using on my phone, that GPS button will work with that. So that's how all of that works. And then, like I said, you've got the volume button right here, and it also acts as a mute button. So it all works really well, and the whole thing, just as a joystick, you can navigate so easily with it. You can turn this very quickly, very easily. It's got a very nice feel to it, and you can jump around with these buttons very, very quickly. So that's how you use it, and like I said, it does work with Apple CarPlay. You can navigate everything on the screen by just rotating the knob and selecting what you want. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment, and subscribe so you can see more content like this, and I would love it if you'd give me that thumbs up just to show that you liked the content. And as always, thanks for watching.